And here we go, everyone. Welcome to tonight's call. And thank you guys so much for getting on. I know we're going to see the numbers increasing here as a couple minutes roll by, but I didn't want to waste a precious minute because the owner of our company gave up of her time tonight to be with us. And that to me is absolutely amazing. So I want to start off by going through her bio with you. And she's had so many accolades that I could spend half our call talking about all of her accolades. It's absolutely amazing. But as our owner and executive vice president, Kathy is nationally recognized and a respected leader. After leaving her career as a dental hygienist in 1990, Kathy went on to become a top earner in 3 separate network marketing companies. And that is one of the things that I love most about her is when I came here and I heard the owner of the company training on stage. I don't know about you guys, but I in my last company, 2 companies that I was with, I never heard that. So it was so cool to me to see the owner of the company that she's been in our shoes and she's training us to do what she did. So that I absolutely love. She eventually decided to pursue her vision on building a company based on integrity, passion, and collaboration, and so Isagenix was born. While building one of the largest health and wellness companies in the world, Kathy was named one of the most influential women in direct selling in 2002. That's when I joined the company. In 2014, and one of the 50 most influential women in Arizona business by Arizona Business Magazine in 2014. Kathy has 2 Stevie Awards in the category of Women of the Year in 2015 and 2016 in the category of Executive of the Year in 2014 by the American Business Awards and honored with the DSN Bravo Leadership Award in 2017. Under her leadership and guidance, Isagenix has made the Inc. 5000 list for the fastest growing privately held company in the United States for 11 consecutive years and placed number 27 on the DSN Global Top 100 Direct Selling Companies list and 13th on the top U.S. companies for 2017. So we are so honored and privileged to have her here with us tonight. But on top of all of that, I think a couple of the other things that I love about her is she really does take time to get to know people, meet them, greet them. I can't imagine how exhausting it is at conferences because I get a little sense of that as a leader and times that by 1,000, and that's what she gets. And she shows up with a smile on her face. If you've ever heard Eric introduce her, it makes me cry every single time. So she's an amazing mother, like so many of you guys on the call tonight, and now a grandmother. And if you can see how adorable she is with her precious granddaughter, you guys would just love it. Those of you that were with us at Top Achievers witnessed it firsthand. So Kathy, we are just so grateful for you, your leadership, and can't thank you enough for being with us tonight.
Oh, thank you, Cindy. And it's nice for you to read all that because I can't remember. There's so many things. I mean, all those things are really great, but that's all Isagenix. And I'm really your friend, your partner, and, the girl next door that is committed to a goal and a dream, and it's been a real blessing in so many people's lives.
Oh, well, thank you. And we're going to get right into it. I've got some great questions prepared for you that I'm sure everyone is dying to hear. So I'd like to start off, Kathy, do you mind sharing with us what your morning success rituals are? Like, do you meditate? Do you do daily gratitudes, workout? Like, what is your schedule in the morning?
Well, I'm a very early riser, and so I usually exercise first thing in the morning, answer my emails, and I go exercise because I need to take care of myself first, get my energy up, and I start meditating, really focusing on my day, and then I go to work. But I do my meditations at night before I go to bed. It's just a time where it helps me relax and focus, and my gratitudes then and all the things I've accomplished and what I want to accomplish the next day. So that's how I do it. Everybody does it different, but that's what works for me. The exercise just gets my motor running.
Yeah, I'm the same exact thing for me. Absolutely. Okay, so if you had only 30 minutes a day to work your business, what are the key activities that you would focus on? A lot of the people here are really just wanting this so badly. What key things do you think that they should focus on?
Well, connecting is the most important thing. Talking to people, making your contacts, following up with people. I think that is the most important thing that you can do. 80% of your time needs to be spent that way, is simply talking to new people, using the tools. And remember that it's important to tell people as you're talking to them that we have a system that we can introduce you to. You don't have to know everything, but the tools do a lot of the work for you. I'm going to introduce you to part of the system right now. And, you can put them in your Facebook product pages for them to look at. And then I'm just telling you, some of the top leaders, the one that's just really screaming right now, Lindsay Wynia, she just said that Trudy and Tanya put her right into the business page, and she didn't know why, but then she starts seeing all these stories of, rank advancements and extra income, and she goes, wait a minute, maybe I need to do this. So I think that it's connecting with people, using the tools, then putting them into your system, whichever you're using, maybe your product pages, your business page, and following up, and really getting that funnel going. And you should have at least 10 people in your funnel really all the time that you're following up with and connecting. And I always made a commitment to talk to a minimum of 3 people a day. And now with technology and all the tools, you could talk to a lot more than that. So it is a numbers game. It is. And it's for some people and it's not for some people. And it's your attitude, it's your posture, it's your energy, it's your excitement, it's your passion, that gets people excited. And you need to be excited in those 30-minute sprints when you're doing that, so passionate that you come right through the phone, that you really, really connect with people, or even the voice texting. People just don't pick up the phone anymore. So voice texting with a passionate message is really, really important.
That's great. Okay, and then we get a lot of people, Kathy, who start to share, and they can become a great sharer. But how do you go about developing someone that might be sharing with a few people into becoming a leader?
Okay, well, leadership takes time to really develop those skills, but I think it's casting the vision with people. Really, you need to sit down, maybe when we get off the call tonight, for 10, 15 minutes and really meditate why you're doing this and what's your goal, what's your vision. And I really believe that the strongest people in our company have goals and vision. And they share that with people. Like maybe my goal is for moms to stay home with their children and create a great income, to have their families be able to live the life of their dreams and have that freedom. And you need to know why you're doing it. I talked to an older couple the other day, and they're retiring, and they said that, that they don't want to retire. They want to keep on going. And Isogenics is their vehicle to do that, to have passion, to have purpose. And so whatever it is that you are excited about, you need to share that with people and have them embrace that vision and cast the vision of what their life can look like. Most people are not living their ideal life. And it's really asking people questions. Are you living your ideal life? Do you have everything that you want? What is your vision for the future? And you'll be blown away that people don't even have a vision. And so sometimes sprinkling that dust on them, telling them that there are possibilities besides working in, their current job that they may not like, there's other possibilities to impact people's lives. And, then it's taking the ones that want it, that really see that, and just moving them forward, just keep stepping them forward every single day by, introducing new people.
Awesome. And how important do you feel getting the products paid and taking them to events are? Is that a huge part of it? Because I feel like for me, I am what Eric Worre says, a professional promoter. I'm always promoting the next event or the next training constantly. Is that a big part of it too?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think people really catch the vision until they go to an event. They see people on stage. They think, wow, they're just like me. If they can do it, I can do it. They see the big picture. They see how we're impacting people's lives, and they want to be a part of it. I can tell you story after story of people who've gone to events. So get people to an event. They'll be inspired, and then get their products paid for, like Cindy said. That is so important. That's the first step. And I really think that's in the enrollment process. As soon as you enroll someone, really just say, look, it's my responsibility to show you how to get your products paid for. Would that be of value to you? And then just be quiet. Ask permission. And say, yeah, well, show me. Well, it's simply is finding two people. Who do you know? Who do you want to do this program with? And doing it with them. And I can show you how you can make $450 by just introducing two people. Would that be of value to you? And so take it by step. And, it's so easy. But if you don't do that, what happens is people fall off. I mean, I see it every day. So it's important to get their products paid for, to get them to an event, even to get them on a call like this. If they can't, if they got kids, and they can't leave, get them on live stream, for goodness sakes, for a celebration. If they can't go to Nashville, get them on live streams because they'll be inspired there. Go to Isagenix Business, see some of our trainers. Who do you think would motivate them? Send them links. We have so many amazing leaders in Isagenix.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so on this call alone, I'm looking around at everyone on the call. We have a ton of people who do this part-time. So they have either full-time or other part-time jobs. Can you give us a breakdown of how a part-time business builder could structure their time with prospecting and following up, training, and all of the responsibilities that we do have? Because a lot of them are desperate for this to be their full-time job. And some of them aren't. Some of them do love their jobs, but a lot of them that I work with closely really would like this to be their full-time job. So in those part-time hours, how can they break it down?
Well, that is time management is everything, especially if you're working a regular job. And when I was starting, I was a dental hygienist. I was working a regular job. So I committed to certain hours of operation. So I would work Tuesday and Thursday evenings and Saturday morning. And that was my work time. And I got on the phone. I called people. I talked to them. I sent them a tool. And now with the speed of light and everything that we have with the internet, it's so quick. And then immediate follow-up. Make a goal. Let's see, if you have 30 minutes, if you have an hour, you should be introducing people, at least 3 new people, then following up with people. And doing that, and then put them into the system. I mean, I know, Cindy, you are the most amazing leader, and I know you have so many great modules and trainings that people can plug into. And you need to use the team system too to plug people into, because you don't have to be everything. Have them show them where the way, and the magic will happen.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. How about for people that have been in the business for a while, and maybe they're not experiencing the level of success that they'd like to at this point? How can you coach someone to change things up in order to achieve that level of success they're seeking?
Well, that's always a tough one. And I think sometimes you just have to ask people questions and interview them and say, look, I want to help you be successful, but let me just ask you a few questions and see if we can pinpoint what might change your business up. And then you ask them simple questions. How many people did you enroll last month? And let them respond. How many people did you show them how to get their products paid for? How many people did you introduce to the business? And that's one thing that I'm telling you. One of our best products is our business, and you cannot be afraid to talk about it. It is one of the biggest gifts that we have in Isagenix, and you should be so proud and mention it. There would not be an Isagenix if I hadn't seen a compensation plan, because when I saw the power of our compensation plan, and at an opportunity presentation, it was all over for me. That's why I jumped in. So make sure to mention the business. Does your family have everything they need? Would an extra $1,000 be of value to you? $2,000, $5,000? What would get you excited? What gets you excited? What kind of an income would get you excited? So ask them questions, and then hone it in. Just ask people, and usually they become in management mode. When people are stalled, they're usually in management mode. They're not talking to new people. They're not enrolling new people. They're not rank advancing people. And they're telling their people what to do instead of them doing the do. So you have to schedule in your time for you to have time for personal recruitment, for you to have time to, train people and do all those things. Because when are you most excited? Is when you're talking to new people, when you have new enrollments, and that will get the blood flowing. And then it's really honing down into your team and finding out who are your 5 people, who are your 5 motivated people in your team. So if I was interviewing you, Cindy, I'd say, who are your 5 best people? And then you'd say, this person, let's get them on a call. Let's talk to them. Set goals for them. What rank are they going to be? You've got to keep moving your people forward. You've got to set tangible goals for them every single month. They should be, stepping up, breaking new consultants. So look in deep and see what's happening, because Usually their businesses are stalled because they're not doing it. They get into this mindset of they got to have this branding thing, they got to do all this, but they're not doing the do anymore. And, the most successful people are still enrolling. They're still rank advancing. I mean, my rank advancement list here for last week is this big. I mean, there's so many people that I need to call that are rank advancing. So just ask them questions. Set realistic goals for them. Set goals for themselves. Set goals for their team. Get to know their 5 key people. If they don't have 5 key people, that's okay. Go out and find some new ones and cast that vision. And then take those people and work with them so hard, almost move in with them. I always tell people, it's like you're showing them everything. They get so good that they don't need you anymore. And that's what you want.
That's great. And I know you're a huge proponent of the new associate checklist. And I'll be honest with you, I've used it and then I've stopped, and I've used it and then I've stopped. And I really want to get into that habit and make it just be a muscle for me that I consistently use it. Can you share why everybody on the team should be using it? Because I know that you are a huge fan of it.
Well, I know everybody, you get really busy and then finally you get enrollment and you go, oh, yay, I enrolled somebody. But that's the first step, right in that enrollment process. You'd simply just say, look, would it be a value for me to show you how to get your products paid for? Say, great, let's do that. And then I just wanted to ask you a couple questions that will help you to be successful. And then ask them just 5 questions. So Cindy, if I didn't know you, I'd say, what do you do for a living? And then you tell me, I said, you love what you do. And then I said, if you could paint your ideal life, what would that look like? What do you want? Where would you live? Where would kids go to school? And they paint this. And then I say, how much money would that take on a monthly basis to achieve that goal? And right there, the thing snaps for them. And it doesn't take that long, and you can keep going and you get to know them. We have to get to know our people. And if you have no desire, no motivation, you just know that they're probably going to be a consumer.
Oh dear.
That they're going to be a consumer. And that's okay. You need consumers. Then you get referrals out of them. They say, no, I just want to use a product. Great. Why do you want to use the product? What is your goal? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to get healthier? Then you can start it that way. And then just say, would you like to do this with a friend? We find it a lot easier to do the program with a friend. So then you get their referrals out of them. But I'm just telling you, that checklist is the way I found my leaders. That checklist, I knew in 2 or 3 questions if I was going to be able to work with this person or if I was going to have to coach them along and it would take a little longer, and that's okay. But you're looking for the runners, you're looking for the A players, then you have your other people and you keep working on them, you keep dripping on them, and the light bulb will go on. I just talked to a lady, she'd been on our products 12 years, and she just decided to do the business, and she just went 3-star. So nobody gave up on her. They kept dribbling on her, kept talking to her, the light bulb went on. But you're looking for the ones. Like if I talked to you, I would know immediately Cindy was an A player. I would lock arms with her. I'd ask her more questions. She wouldn't want me to get off the phone because we would be related. And then you take your other ones and you train them on the products. You get them feel comfortable with the products. You get them feel comfortable referring people. So some people are going to be, and some people call that their farm team. You have your A players and you have your farm team, and you keep planting the seeds, and you're lifting up people later.
Hey guys, if you are coming on late, please mute your lines. Thank you so much. All right, Kathy, so the next question I have for you is, what do you think made you so successful in the field, in your prior companies? I know one of the things that I'm so excited about, this high performance habits from Brendan Bouchard, who's coming to Celebration. He talks about what the commonalities are of all the people who are really truly successful. So what do you think it takes? Tell us what you did and what does it take?
Well, number one, I had a burning desire. I had a burning desire to change my position in life, and I was going to do whatever it took. And, I was going to study, learn, and, I had grit. I had that drive in me to do it. And, I think some people are just driven, but, it was consistency every single day, consistency, consistency, consistency. Then it was learning the skills. Then it was being able to identify leaders and taking those leaders and rising them up. And then also being able to work with people too that may see the vision later and bringing them up. But it was consistency of action. It was, doing basically I had enrolled a minimum of 6 people every month, more like 8. And I never let a month go by without that. It was persistence. It was, just, I did what it took, Cindy. It was ever legal, moral, and ethical to get to that position. And, it was in me. I wanted to impact people. I wanted to make a difference in the world. And once I got a little taste of that success, it just amplified. It really did.
That's great. Okay, can you share some tips on how our team can feel more confident talking about Isagenix? I get a lot of people that say they don't want to sell Isagenix. And to me, I'm proud of the fact that sales is one of the best industries in the world to be in. So I personally don't feel that way, but I know a lot of people do. So how can you help us feel more comfortable and confident talking about Isagenix?
Well, you have to believe in getting to one of our events. You have to believe in the products. You have to consume the products, believe in the products. You have to believe in the company that is behind you all the way. I mean, we are the best network marketing company out there. We're 16 years. We're proven. We have good values, core values. You have to believe in the company. You have to believe in the compensation plan. We are not on trial anymore for the products or the compensation plan. We have the best success stories out there. So, it just takes time. So you need to rate yourself. So your belief in the products. What's your belief in the products? Belief in the company. What's your belief in the company? Belief in yourself that you can do this. And, sometimes that's where people are afraid. They don't know if they have the skills, but you can learn the skills. I was introverted. I was scared. I was afraid to talk in front of the room. I was afraid to explain a compensation plan, but I got over it because I wanted to change our financial blueprint. I was going to do whatever it took. I wanted to bring Jim home from the corporate world of network marketing because he was in companies that just didn't get it. So it's what is your why, and then believing in network marketing, which is most people have a 3 or 4. So you have to get your belief up in network marketing. You got to read some good books. You have to know that this is really the future. It's anticipated in the next 2 years that a quarter of our population will be working in, they call it the gig economy. They'll be doing gigs. And this is what Isagenix is. It's a part-time income. For some people, it's a full-time income. This is the way everything's going. Everybody's ordering from, online. So we have the best products. They're delivered to your door. You don't have to go out. You got to sell the benefits. And this is our food. So you have to believe without a shadow of a doubt with all those things, and you'll become unstoppable. And I can just tell you, you get it from our events. And that's where people start really, really believing. When they hear other people, they get more confidence. And it takes time to get that confidence. But the stronger, you get, the better you get. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Okay, so if you could tell all new associates one thing, what would you tell them? Because we do have a lot of new people on the call tonight too.
Well, I think that if I could tell you one thing, what would that be? I would say that you have the biggest gift in your hand right now. You have the biggest gift, and you may not see it yet, but you have the biggest gift that can change your health, can change the health of other people. And there's so many people that need what we have. And if you realize this is a big gift that you need to share with people, you're not selling, you're sharing. If you go to a good restaurant, you're sharing. And, our products are changing people's lives, but they're saving people's life. I got to tell you a quick story. We introduced the heart boosters at Celebration, and I eat an impeccable diet. I've always had high cholesterol. And what I can tell you, my triglycerides were perfect. My HDL was perfect, but my LDL was not perfect. dropped. It was 140. I have my results right here. It's 89 now. It dropped to 89. My doctor said, "What did you do?" And I showed, he ordered 6 cans of it. If you know anybody, and it's the number one thing out there, that heart booster. So you have to understand what we have. Then I think our next biggest gift is our opportunity. I even hate to say this, but what would happen to you if you lost your career, if you got injured? You have to build an asset from your home to protect your family. I can't tell you the stories of people coming in and sharing with me that if it wasn't for Isagenix, and the residual income that they had created over the last few years, they would have lost everything. So you have the biggest gift in the world. You are sitting on $1 million business, and you have the ability to impact people's lives with the products and the business. And if you don't have an income and you can't pay your family's bills, you're in trouble. So once you really feel that and you get it in your heart, you're unstoppable. Cindy, I wake up every morning jumping out of bed, just thinking about who can I tell about Isagenix. It's so incredible what we have, and we just got to share it with the world.
Oh, if we could just bottle you up, Kathy, and on those bad days when we get a no, just have your enthusiasm. I'm going to definitely encourage all of you to save this recording and just play it when you need that. Okay.
Well, you know what? If you get a no too, Cindy, if you get a no, that's okay. I always turn them around. I said, I can see this might not be for you, and that's okay. Remember that line. I can see this isn't for you, and that's okay. But maybe you could help me. I am so excited about this. Do you know anybody that's looking to improve their house or create an extra income? And they may give you a great lead. I got some of my best people that way. So turn it around. If they say no, then just let them go. But you never know till you ask for a referral. It might not be for them now, but I've had people that I say that, and they come back, well, maybe I better take a look at it again. So, it's just timing is everything for people.
Yeah, we hear that story a lot. And one of my favorite all-time stories, we're in Jay Bennett's downline somewhere way down low. And I love the story, how he tried to recruit you and how you turned that around and how he didn't build for a while. And then now look what he has done. So yeah, you just never do give up on anyone. It's amazing.
That's so true.
Okay, so sometimes, as we know, people can start to feel a little flat, unmotivated. Maybe the no's do get to them. And I loved how Darren Hardy actually challenged us to get no's at Top Achiever with his book that and his talk that when he was there. So what do you recommend people do to push through that? Like you said earlier, maybe when they're feeling stalled or when they're just losing motivation and excitement and passion, how can they work through that?
Once again, going back to why they're doing that. Cindy, I talked to, back when I was building, I ran ads in Success Magazine, USA Today, Inc. magazines, everywhere. Every Monday morning, I have 120 leads. I would call all day long. And I would call till I got one person. And I was looking for one. So you have to realize that it is kind of a numbers game, and there's someone waiting for you to tell them. And maybe you need to change up what you're saying a little bit. If you're getting a lot of no's, maybe you need to get with your upline and say, tell me what you're saying. Because I had a lady she didn't get one yes, and she was the most loving person. And I said, well, tell me exactly what you're saying. You present it to me. And I'm telling you, Cindy, she was so bad. And, I changed it. I helped her create her story, a powerful story. She didn't have the confidence. And so I had to rely on me. And so like even your team, say, look, I'm working with this lady, Cindy, and she's really inspiring us, to help people and to create an additional income stream. She is such a motivator, and I'm following her lead, and our goal is to be exactly like she is. So they leaned on my story, and it changed everything for her. She started enrolling new people. I shortened her story. Her story was so long that when I first heard it, I almost fell asleep and nodded off. I was so bored. So sometimes we have to look at what people are saying. It needs to be short and sweet and to the point. And when we go into celebration, we are going to have so many new things. It's going to be say this, share this, and do this. It's going to be share this, say this, share this, and do this to make it so simple. I think we talk too much. It just needs to come out real powerfully. Tell stories. So if you're stalled, get with your upline, write out what your story is. I helped another lady. She said, I'm not getting what I want. And she wrote her story. I said, write me your story. Tell me what you're saying. I said, record yourself. Let me listen to it. We retweaked her story. She just enrolled 5 people this month. So maybe you need to tweak it just a little bit. And if you're new and you're scared to talk about the business, don't be. Say, look, I'm working with this lady, and her goal is to help us create a great income. And we're going to be working with her, we're going to be mentoring with her, and I'm so excited about it. So use other people's story until you create your own story. And then pretty soon it becomes so much a part of you that the magic happens. So really, if you're having problems, you're getting a lot of no's, record yourself on what you're saying. Go to Isagenix Business. They just put it up. I haven't even seen it yet. I just got it. But you might want to look at this. Say this, do this, share this. That's going to be the whole thing at Celebration. And you may learn something. It's real simple. It's so simple. Let the tools do the talking, because sometimes we talk too much. And if you're too good, and I know you're so good, Cindy, so many people say, well, she's too good. I can't do that. That's what happened to me. People said, I can't do what she did. So I had to create tools. That's where we have all the tools. So let me introduce you to a system. You can take a look at it. Maybe for you, it may not be too, but it's changing people's life. You owe it to yourself. You owe yourself 10 minutes to take a look at this and see if this will impact your life. And then let the tools do the work.
Now, I can't thank you enough for the tools, because I love the fact that we're always improving them and making it simpler and more duplicatable. So people never have to look at us and say, I can't do what they do. They just duplicate what we do and model it. I love it. Okay, well, to wrap up, can you share your vision with everyone here? I got to hear a lot about the vision of where we're going and how exciting things are getting. And it's just great. I've been here 6 years now, and I hear you say it all the time. I've never been more excited. I feel that same exact way coming off of Top Achievers. I've never been more excited. So maybe share with us in the next 5 years, what your vision is, and let everyone know why this is such a perfect time for our team and to really seize this unbelievable opportunity we have.
Well, we have really made a name for ourselves. Like I said, our products are not on trial, but what we're doing is we are expanding our brand architecture. And if you don't know what that means, is normally we have solutions for weight wellness, energy performance, healthy aging, but we're expanding that to bring in new categories, because we want to impact more people, to have more things to offer to people. So that is very, very exciting. We're expanding our brand. We're going to do more things to get the Isagenix name out there. So what I can tell you is we're opening up new countries. We're opening up Korea in October. We're opening up Spain in a couple of weeks. But we haven't even scratched the surface in the U.S. I mean, we truly haven't. I mean, every single time I go someplace, I always ask at least 20 people, have you ever heard of Isagenix? And usually there'll be one person that's heard of it. So nobody really even knows what we have. So we're going to be expanding. We're evolving. We've been here 6 years. We're going to evolve, and you're going to see a whole new categories come in. It's just going to deepen our penetration to more people. And, we are going to be the wellness solution, the online wellness solution. So people can just go to it. They can get their products from it. We're having a new mobile sign up that will take literally minutes to get people enrolled. It is so incredible. It'll be very similar to what, people experience with Amazon. So simple for people to enroll. The IsaLife app, you've got to download that. You've got to learn it, because we saw the data. Eric shared a little bit with it, but the retention is higher for people using our app. So you've got to get with it. You've got to get that app and have your people get it, because it coaches them through the products. So we're going to evolve and keep evolving and keep penetrating into more families and expanding all around the world. So I have never been so excited about the future with new products, new categories. We're looking at even ways to pay you more. I mean, we always are thinking about that. I can't imagine that, but we are thinking about ways to pay you more. So I mean, I would tell you there's no better time than right now. This is going to be the next wave of Isagenix, and you just need to be a part of that next wave, of the future. And so many people are just waiting for you to tell them. And I know Cindy's waiting for you to tell them, how committed are you? All you listening on the line tonight, I want you to text Cindy and tell her how committed you are. Tell her where you are going to be at celebration, what rank you're going to be. Are you going for this June frenzy that we have? Are you going to enroll 5 people? Are you going to enroll 10 people? Are you going to get your room for celebration? How many people are you bringing with you? And if you can't bring them with you, how many people are you going to have on live stream? We only have 800 tickets left. So you've got to get your ticket. You need to bunk up with people, whatever it takes. But let Cindy know how committed you are, because Cindy only has time really to work with 5 people. And if you want to be one of her 5, let her know. But you have to step up. You have to do the work. And, it's so much fun to do all those things. So don't miss out on it. Be there with us. Be there at Celebration and sharing a lot of the excitement and the new launches that we're going to have for you at Celebration. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's great. And you just answered a couple of the last questions I had for you around how many tickets we had left and why they need to get to Celebration. And if you guys like to know things immediately and be the first to hear these things, that's why events are so awesome. When there's new product releases, you'll be the first to see them, try them, be able to buy them right there. So you just don't want to miss out. And I know the tickets are going to go fast. So I really don't want you guys to miss out. So thank you, Kathy. Aww. I just adore you. And I'm so grateful for you and your leadership and all you do to pour into us, and that you take time out of, I know your crazy schedule and your crazy travel schedule, that you take time out and do calls like this is just amazing. I don't know if you've been watching the chat box, but it has been going all night long. I'll copy it for you and send it to your secretary so you can read the comments.
Well, thank you, Cindy, for your leadership. You are so lucky to have a leader like Cindy. And so, I'm sure that many of you are going to step up and really, really go for it. Every single one of you have the ability to do this. You truly do.
Oh, well, thank you. And good night, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. And thank you for showing up for Kathy.
Okay. You have a great night.
Good night.